We're not gonna be okay. So we're not gonna really be doing anything in depth today or getting into the details. We're just gonna like kind of start off with an introduction. Um, so I would like everyone to go around one by one and unmute themselves and tell us your name, your school you go to, what grade you're in, why you want to learn Python, and something you've done in the past few months. We can start with Jiaqi, or if you can mute yourself.
Hi, I'm Jackie, and I go to Thomas Kyle Middle School, and I'm in 8th grade. I just want to learn Python because I might use it in school, in high school, and past few months, I also learned Java a little bit, but I also want to learn Python.
Nice. That's pretty nice. So could the next person please unmute themselves and just like do an introduction? I think that's Ashish. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I'm sitting here for Anushka, my daughter. She's in a graduation party. So she goes to Clear Spring, and I thought I will just join and listen in so that I can tell her what to do before the second class.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, wait.
Dear, can you please introduce yourself? Speak up.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah. Okay, so my name is Emily. Currently I'm going to University of Maryland next year, but I did used to go to New York University. I'm gonna be a sophomore next year, and I like Python because it's a very like compared to other languages such as Java, the syntax is relatively easier, and it's a very versatile language that you can use for a lot of different fields. So that's why I like to learn it. Something I've done in the past few months, I've been working on some Python projects, also taking a summer class where it's like related to computer science, and I've just been doing school and things like that. So if you have any questions or concerns, like just let me know and I can always help you out if they're coding related. Okay, so the next person is Summer. Can Summer please unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
My name is Summer and I go to Cold Spring. I'm in 4th grade and I want to learn Python because I saw my dad do it and I think it's pretty cool.
All right, nice. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. I think the next person would be Anne. Could you please unmute yourself and just like give a short introduction here?
I'm Anne. I'm here because my dad forced me to be here. Yeah,
Nice.
that's it.
Okay. Could you say like, for example, like why do you want to learn Python?
I don't really want to learn, just like here.
Okay, that's okay too. Or could you say something that you've done in the past few months as well?
Oh, I did nothing.
Nice. That sounds pretty fun too.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess the next person would be Audrey. Could you please unmute yourself and give a short introduction?
I'm Audrey. I go to Duke Elementary. I'm in 3rd grade and I kind of want to learn Python because like I also kind of like coding and also because my mom forced me to.
That sounds pretty cool. Could you say something that you've like done in the past few months?
Well, I haven't really done anything. I'm just going to, but I will go to Korea soon.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. All right. Could Dio please unmute themselves and give a short introduction?
I'm Dio. I go to Kevin John Middle School and I'm in 6th grade. And I want to learn Python. Well, I'm not really sure why. I just want to, I guess. and I haven't done much in the past few months.
That sounds nice. Michelle, could you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
I'm Michelle. I go to Churchill. I'm in 9th grade, and I wanted to learn Python because like lots of people that's like the main language people use for coding.
And also something you've done in the past few months.
I didn't really do anything.
Nice. That sounds nice. Okay, so now that everyone's introduced themselves, we're gonna watch a short video that's introducing the creator of Python himself, who is Guido van Rossum. I don't know if I pronounced that correct, but this is the person who actually made Python, the language. So I think this is gonna be an interesting video. Tell me if you can hear it well, or if you have trouble hearing it.
I'm Dutch. I grew up in the Netherlands. In fact, I created Python while I was working in the Netherlands. I got a nice job as a programmer at a place called CWI, which is a sort of a research lab funded by the government, doing advanced math and computer science research. My first job was on a team that worked on a programming language named ABC, and it was a super interesting project, and everything I know about language design, or all my opinions about language design, originate in that project. ABC was eventually unsuccessful, and I moved on to programming on other projects at the same place. The key one was Amoeba, which was a distributed system that was being built collaboratively by CWI and one of the universities in Amsterdam. At some point, I realized every application we have to write in for Amoeba is basically a shell, either a shell script or a C program. And I found that there were downsides to either of those. And I thought, well, I wish there was a third language that was sort of in the middle of those, that felt more like a genuine programming language, like on the C side, but that was perhaps interpreted, easier to use, sort of more concise of expression, like shell scripts, but without the sort of terrible properties in terms of readability of shell scripts. I thought, I can build my own. Building an interpreter is going to take me 2 or 3 months, and I'll win that time back by increased productivity, not just for myself, but for the whole team. Well,
I have a quick question. Does anyone know what an interpreter is, or an interpreted language in coding? If you know, you can just say in the chat, but otherwise I can explain it kind of quickly. So I guess no one knows, but there's different programming languages. There's interpreted ones and there's compiled ones. For example, Java would be, actually Java is kind of both, but Python is an interpreted language. The difference is that for compiled languages, they actually it reads it, it takes all the code and then compiles it and then turns into machine language, which I'm not sure if you know what that is. But interpreter is taking the code, reading it line by line, and then after that it turns into machine language. So there's just some differences, and that's what he was talking about here. He's talking about that Python's going to be an interpreter language, interpreted. So
those 3 months sort of bloomed to more and more time. I don't think on the Amoeba project, we ever gained that productivity back. Amoeba sort of mostly produced scientific papers. Python slowly became successful. And after about a year, we released it as open source. Actually, we didn't call it open source because those terms had not been invented. And almost immediately, a small community of Python lovers started growing, where people sort of spread the word about Python and sort of started contributing back and critiquing each other's contributions, and sort of let me have the last word about whether I wanted a particular contribution in the language. Last July, I actually resigned my position of BDFL which is ironic because of the FL standing for life. One imminent change is that Python's own governance structure is changing. The community is currently in the middle of sort of figuring out what's the best way is to sort of have governance going forward, which is either going to be another BDFL, although that is the less likely solution. More likely, I see a small committee of people who are committed to Python success long term. Those people will also be guiding Python's sort of future vision.
Alright, so that was like an introduction of like kind of like the story of Python. If you have any questions about that video or like concerns, you can unmute yourself and like tell them to the class, I guess. But if no one has any questions about that, I'll just move on. Right. So basically, what is Python? Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language. Its high-level built-in data structures combined with dynamic typing and dynamic binding make it very attractive for rapid application development, as well as for use as a scripting or glue language to connect existing components together. And this is like, you can just like go on the Python website and go into the documents and you can read more about this if you like. But if anyone has any questions, just let me know. So this is like a breakdown of like what the keywords in that definition mean. Once again, interpreted is like the program is executed directly line by line. So it's not like being compiled at the very end, like a compiler language. It takes it line by line and then like turns into machine language. Object oriented just means like based on the interaction of objects which contain data and code. If you'd like to, this is just like a kind of basic Python class, but once you like get better at the basics, if you'd like to move on to like object oriented programming, you should take a class that like focuses on OOP, which is where you'll learn more about like objects and classes, but that is like a little bit more advanced. So high level just means like strong abstraction. It's like more removed from the details of the computer. Dynamic typed means you don't have to define variable types. I can give an example of that if you like. So like, for example, if something is like an integer type in Python, you don't have to declare that. You don't have to say or like explicitly state that it's an integer is basically what this means. If you have any questions, just let me know or unmute yourself.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, yeah,
What's object oriented?
Basically it just means like it's like coding that is based on objects and classes, but you won't know what that is until like later on. Usually if you're gonna pursue like more, if you're gonna get more advanced in programming, you'll definitely take an object oriented programming class, which is where they teach that kind of stuff, but you're probably not gonna learn that in this class. If you want to like learn more about objects and classes, you can go online and search more about it and you'll probably get a better idea of what they are. All right. Does anybody else have any questions or? So what can Python do? Python applications, like Python can be used for web and internet development, desktop graphic user interface applications, scientific and numeric like computing kinds of stuff, software development, education, database access, network programming, games and 3D graphics, and also business applications. If you guys have any questions about this, just unmute yourself once again and I can answer them. So in this course objectives, we're gonna just be learning the basics of Python, like the language syntax. You're gonna learn code block and code flow. You're gonna learn some data structures and you're also gonna learn loops and conditions. Once again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay. So the way we're gonna approach this is we're gonna have a lecture, like what we're doing right now is a lecture on Zoom. There's gonna be a small quiz, a Q&A, practices and exercise, and then also a homework assignment. So the first thing you have to do, of course, is we have to install Python to the computer. So go on the Python website. Like, I don't know if there's, I can probably try to type this into like the chat. 1 second. And then you can like copy paste this link, but so yeah, just like this is the website where you can download Python. And we're gonna first click on the website. And then it's like right here. These, I don't know if you can see my screen, but yeah, this is the Python website. We're gonna download Python, so you wanna click this button. Well, if you have Windows, if you have Mac, then it's a little bit different. Just, does everyone here have Windows, or does anyone here have Mac?
I have a Mac.
Okay, I think the Mac instructions are gonna be a little bit later, but it should be like pretty similar, I think. Okay, if you have a Mac, just like watch for now, I think, because I think it's kind of different. But if you have Windows, click on this, and then like it'll just start downloading for you. If anyone has any questions on that, just let me know, but just click on the website I sent in the chat and then like click download Python. And then if you have Mac, just like wait a little bit. I think at the end there's like something for Mac.
I can't install it because I have AVG and it won't let me.
Wait, can you say that again?
I have AVG and it won't let me download it.
Wait, do you mean like it's like like you have to type in a
There's a
password?
threat. That's why it won't let me. It's like,
Oh, wait, so could you share your screen for a moment, or if you know how to do that, is there a way to like share your screen?
yeah, but you have to stop first, otherwise I can't.
Okay.
I like. I gotta just like. Then
Yeah,
I
and
just.
like that. The connection was reset. Do you have like something with your Wi-Fi? Like,
No, my Wi-Fi is fine.
that is kind of weird. Could you like maybe your parents like put something to block it, but I'm not sure.
My parents don't block it.
Oh, wait, can you like just search like Python download on Google? Yeah, don't search up the website, just search that. And then click on that one. Oh wait, can you go back?
Yeah.
Wait, can you go back for a moment? Back one more. Can you scroll down a little bit? Can you click on Python releases for Windows? Okay. I think it just has to be Python 3, so can you try clicking on the stable releases, like just Python 3.10.5? But it might pop up.
Like here?
Yeah, just click that. Can you scroll down a bit? Wait, go back. I don't think that was the.
I don't think I can.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like you should be able to download it from there though. Can you click Python releases again? Oh no, Python releases for Windows. Yeah, and then just click latest Python 3 release. And scroll down. I feel like there should be somewhere to download this though on that page. Can you keep scrolling down? Oh, yeah, just click the Windows installer 64-bit. Oh wait, you're not on Mac, right? You're on Windows, correct?
Yeah, I'm on Windows.
Okay, and then scroll down a bit and click Windows installer 64-bit. That is really weird. I actually don't know why that would cause that, because Python isn't, that website isn't really like dangerous or anything. I think there's something wrong with like your like connection, like on your end, maybe like something wrong with like your Wi-Fi. Maybe it blocks that website, but I'm not 100% sure. You should like ask your parents about it, I think, or try using a different computer and like downloading on a different computer, because it seems like this is not really a problem with the website.
I just disconnected and then reconnected the Wi-Fi and it doesn't do anything. So
That is, do you have any other computers?
no.
Like, do you have like your parents' computer or something? You don't have
Uh,
to join Zoom on that one, but like you could try downloading Python on like someone else's computer or like
mm,
your parents or something, because I think there's something wrong with like, I don't know. It's not really a problem with the website, I'm pretty sure. So now just oh yeah, you could try doing 3.9. That should be okay as well. Oh, could you click back? Yeah, click the 3.9 download. Yeah. And then just scroll all the way down. And then Windows installers 64-bit. I mean, you could try. Yeah, it worked. That's pretty good.
okay.
Yeah, so it did work for that. Okay. Oh, can you stop screen sharing for a moment so I can continue sharing? Thank you. Okay. So then when you click this, like once you download it, click open. Well, I already installed it as a thing, but then you should get like a screen more like this where you can like choose where to download it, but like
I got the same screen as you. Like, it's the install now one.
I mean, I think that should be okay as well. You can, this might be an older switch. Yeah, just click this. Oh wait, actually, wait. Yeah, I think install now should be fine. Okay. Wait. So just click on the Python that you downloaded, click install now, and then just yes. And then it'll just start installing basically. But the thing is I already have it installed, so I don't think it really matters for me, but like once you click on your download, just make sure to click install now, and then it'll just start downloading for you. So once everyone has downloaded, just let me know, because or like if someone still hasn't figured it out, just let me know, because I'm about to move on to something. Oh yeah, for Mac, it's like basically the same thing. Let me copy and paste this in the chat so the Mac users can get it too. Okay, here. So for Mac users, just click on this link. I think you should still just get it from the Python website though. It's the same thing, but you just have to download it from Mac. So for downloads, 1 second. Yeah. I'll copy and paste this link in the chat so the Mac users can click on it. So the most recent link I sent is the downloading page for Mac OS. So just click on that and then click on latest Python 3 release, scroll all the way down, and then just, I guess it's Mac OS installer right here. Tell me if you have any questions about this, because I can work it out. For the Mac users. Once everyone is finished, just like say you've got it in chat, or like just say like finished or something in chat so I can know to move on. But yeah, for Mac, just click on the link I sent and then go to like Python 3 and then click on this. Okay, nice. If you just tell me if you're confused about anything, because just want to make sure like everyone has it downloaded first before we move on to the next thing. Nice. Okay. So I think we have like 2 people who finished installing it, but we're still waiting for, okay, 3 people. So we still have 3 more people who need to install Python, I think.
Well, what do you do after you install? Do you close it?
Just leave it like that for now, because I'm just waiting for the other people to get caught up, then we can move on. I just got this. Oh, Jesse, are you using Windows or Mac? Okay, then the Windows is just, I can send the Windows link in a second. And then for the Mac, I'll send the Mac one again too. So is everyone still downloading it? I think there's some people that are still working on it, but if you're finished, I'll just say in the chat that you're done so I can know that you finished installing it, because I need to move on after a while. Says needs to set SSL root certificates. Oh, Michelle, I can figure it out for you later, because I think that might have to do with there might be something on your computer. Don't you have like a administration thing? Like there was some password where you need administration to type it in, but oh no. Well, I can help you out with it later, I think. Oh, nice. So it seems like some people are having problems with the one on Mac, which I'm not sure. I think everyone has downloaded it, if I'm not wrong. If you haven't finished, tell me.
I accidentally closed it. So what do I do?
Well, that's fine, because we're not really, yeah, that's fine, because you still downloaded already. So if everyone's done, we're gonna move on to the next step. Oh, okay, nice. So you want to go to the Python folder. Oh wait, actually, I don't think we need to do that yet. I think that's when we're gonna open like the command line to like, we're not downloading an IDE yet. We're just gonna be using the interactive window. So first, I think we should do this first, have the interactive window open already. So go to the Python installation folder. Like the folder that you installed Python, you can just do this. I don't know if this is screen shared, but when you search like Python in your like the Windows like search thing, if you see it here, and then click open file location. Tell me if you guys like have opened the file location yet, because that's like the step that we're on right now. Opening the file location for Python. Like, if you guys have like opened the file location, say you're done in chat, because I just want to make sure everyone has understood that part. Okay, nice. If you're still having trouble finding the file location, you can tell me because I can like probably help you out with that. Okay.
Mine's just an easy open up a file. So
Wait, wait, can you say that again?
mine doesn't open up a file.
Wait, can you share your screen for a moment? Oh, 1 second. Can you share your screen for a second? I just want to see what's happening.
So like if I do this, then search up hyphen, then I even like
Oh wait, I can't. Did you type in like the search bar at the bottom? of your
yeah,
you type in Python?
yeah.
Can you have to like you can right click on it too, and then like it should say open file location as one of the options.
Okay.
It should be like Python 3.9, right click on it. One of the options can be open file location.
Thank you.
Okay, nice. So you got it. I think most people have finished. 1, 2, 3. I think there might be 2 more people who haven't though. Oh, okay, nice. So I think most people have got it, but if you haven't, just tell me like right now if you're still working on it, because I'm about to move on to the next step. Okay, but otherwise I'm gonna assume we've finished with that. So they want you to basically double click on this. Yeah, so just double click on the Python 3.9, the one that doesn't have any stuff after, just says Python and then 3 point like whatever. So this one, and then it should open up this black window, and that's how you know you've done it right. If you guys are having trouble, just let me know. And but otherwise, if you finish this step, just say done in chat again. I mean, I think that's fine. I think that's just because it's on Mac. It doesn't have to be black. It just has to be like a window. Oh, Michelle, what's wrong with yours? Do you want to share your screen? I can stop sharing and you can just share your screen and show me it, or I can help you later because, you know, oh, okay, your screen share doesn't work. I can help you after class because that's probably fun. So if you see this window pop up, that means you're good. But otherwise, if you do not see it, let me know because that means that you might have done something wrong. And if you finish a step, just type done in chat. So so has everyone finished this part? Okay. If you're trying to show, oh yeah, that's probably because I was sharing, Michelle. I'm not sharing right now, so you can share if you want. It doesn't work on this. Oh yeah, that could just be a problem with the computer, but I can help you out with it later. Okay, so we have this black window here. I'm gonna assume everyone has done this step. If you haven't, please type in the chat if you have a question or you're like stuck on something, or unmute yourself and I can like answer it. Okay. Also, please, like if you haven't figured this out, just let me know. It's because we kind of need Python to work in order for you to be able to code in Python. So, okay. So now we're gonna do the basic knowledge. What is programming? Programming is just a way to instruct the computer to do various tasks. And if you have any questions about this, just let me know, but it's a pretty simple definition. Okay. So why do we program? We use programming because it's automated, like it has automation, like you don't have to do everything manually. You can just have a program do a lot of things for you. So it's much more efficient and quicker to get things done with a program rather than like someone manually doing things. Also, programming is good for problem solving. You can solve like math problems using Python and things like that that we're going to go over soon in the next few slides. Python or programming also makes things easier for us. It like basically just like instead of you having to do a lot of things, the computer can do it for you. So it just makes things a lot easier. Programming is also used for data analysis and computation. Once again, like computing things. Also, like I think a lot of like fields like finance or data science use programming because that's like it's really helpful for those fields. So that's just why programming has a lot of benefits. And if you have any questions about this, once again, you can unmute yourself or type in chat. Okay. Python is an open source high-level scripting language for general purpose programming. So as a scripting language, Python is interpreted by the Python interpreter. It emphasizes code readability and allows programmers to express concepts in fewer lines of code. For example, like some languages are actually like, I would say the syntax is more difficult to understand, like Java, for example. If you've never coded before, you might have trouble understanding Java syntax, but Python, like many people who don't even code instantly, they can like kind of read or like understand what's going on in the Python code because the words and like the syntax are a lot more simple and like similar to like English language. So it's a good language for like beginners or just like people who don't really aren't that serious about coding. And then here we have the interpreter part. So Python is an interpreted language, which is different from a compiled language. And yeah, if you have any questions again, just ask me and I can go over something. Oh, and also by general purpose, like they just mean like Python can be used for a lot of different things. Once again, like you can use it for like procedural programming, functional programming, object-oriented programming. It's just very good for all sorts of things. So open up your interactive window, which is like the black window that we had pop up. And let me know if you guys have opened up the black window so I can like know that we can move on to the next step. Or if you haven't, just let me know as well, because we kind of need this to like do the math problems. Okay, nice. So I'm gonna assume that, oh wait. Okay, nice, you got it open. If you're having trouble opening this black window, once again, tell me in chat or unmute yourself. Okay. Okay. So once you have this window open, we're gonna run like, do you see this, these statements right here? We're gonna type these into the window. So if you can follow along, just watch my screen. And you can see the black window on my screen, I'm pretty sure, but if you can't, tell me because that would be a problem. So the first statement is x equals 6. Just type that in, hit enter. Y equals 4, type that in, hit enter. Z equals x minus y. And then also make sure these are case sensitive. So since the x and the y are capitalized, you have to make sure they're capitalized here, and the z is also capitalized. So yeah, they're case sensitive. So you can't have like an uppercase x here and then a lowercase x here. That's not going to work. If you have any questions about this step, let me know so that I can help you out with this. But otherwise, I'm gonna actually ask some people like what they think the output is gonna be. Once I type Z and hit enter, what do you think the output's gonna be? I'm gonna ask Audrey first. So could you please unmute yourself and tell me what you think the output of this statement is gonna be here?
Z equals 2.
Okay, that's nice. Did anyone else get a different answer or they think it's 2 as well? If you got a different answer, type in chat or unmute yourself. But otherwise, I think everyone agrees with Audrey. So then in your window, type Z and then just hit enter and we're gonna see what the output's gonna be. So Audrey was correct. It actually is 2. And that makes sense because Z is like a variable and then X, when we say X, we're basically talking about this X here, which is 6. When we say Y, we're talking about this Y above that we already declared, which is 4. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So that would be correct. Oh, Jiaqi, do you have a question? You can unmute
Yeah,
yourself.
I have a question. So it's not letting me delete a line of code.
Oh yeah, I think that's just because this is just like a window, but you can just close it and reopen it. Like, for example, if I closed it, go back to the file location, just double click on it again, and then it opens up again fresh and there's nothing from before.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. So if anyone's having trouble with that, let me know and I can explain or something. But otherwise, I think we're gonna move on. So this is just another part of basic knowledge for Python, but the concept of type is actually vague in Python, so it's type insensitive, meaning you don't have to specify a type of an object or variable. I think that you guys are not going to really know what this word is, so we're just going to ignore the word object for now because you're probably not going to know what that is if you've never taken any coding before or you're relatively inexperienced. But basically type means like, for example, if something is like an integer or something is a float or something is like a double or like a string, like those are all types. And in programming, you like variables or like things all have types. So for example, this thing right here, x equals 1.5. 1.5 is a float number. And the reason why is because floats, I think in Python, they just refer to like decimal point numbers. So like if there's something after the decimal, it's usually a float in Python. And then this would be an integer because this is a whole number. So this data type is called an integer. And then here we're just adding them together. So x plus y, 3 plus 1.5 is 4.5, but you don't need to tell the computer what type x is. You don't need to tell the computer what type y is. You just simply type y equals 3. And you can even test that out like in your window, like just type like, for example, oh wait, I should restart this. You can just type x equals 1.5. When you click enter, there isn't going to be an error or anything because Python doesn't need you to declare the type. But for example, in a different language like Java, you would have to declare the type. It would have to be like floats x equals 1.5, but we're not going to get into that. So if you type y equals 3, it allows you to do that, and then you can type x plus y or something, and it'll just do the math for you. It doesn't like give you an error or anything because Python is type insensitive. If you have any questions about that, please let me know because this is kind of an important concept, I think, in programming or Python. Okay. Once again, oh, actually, I don't think you need to know that, but so Python is also case sensitive, like I mentioned before. If x equals 1, this is an uppercase x, uppercase y equals 3, uppercase z equals x plus y, and then this, like, you have to match the case. So if you're calling x from here, it has to be an uppercase x. You can't use a lowercase x, otherwise it won't work. And also, let's test this out. Actually, type this into your window. Just type like type what is on this slide here in your window and test it out and see what happens. You can test out yourself. So like, no, Z is 4, but then if we type a lowercase z, what is gonna happen? I'm gonna call in someone and like ask them, what do you think the output will be if I type in a lowercase z after this? I guess I'll ask Michelle. Michelle, what do you think?
Nothing.
Okay, we'll test it out right now. Well, it actually gives you an error because Z here it says the error is that Z is not defined. And the reason why is because you're calling a lowercase z, a lowercase variable named Z, but that doesn't exist because this is an uppercase Z. So we have no variable that's called a lowercase z. Does that make sense? If you have any questions, once again, just let me know. So next important thing in Python is commenting. We have, this is a number sign would be a single line comment. Having like multiple of these would make multi-line comments, also called doc strings, which can be used to generate Python documents or something. So like, if you don't want to type like on each line like that, you can just do like, and like type whatever, and then like it'll just like, well, this is a window, but like in actual like Python IDE, it would like your comment would continue until you put these other three like apostrophes. So basically for this kind of commenting, you have to put like a number sign on each thing. So that can get annoying if you're doing like multiple comments. So that's why people do these types of comments. If anyone has a question about that, just let me know. Okay. So for example, if you put like a number sign here and then type this as a comment, that comments basically, they don't affect your code. So it's just like a thing on the side that just like tells you like what the code does, or like you can just write anything, but it's not going to actually go into your program. So this doesn't affect your program. And you can even comment on the same line as the code, as long as you put like some sort of like delimiter at the front. So for example, this number sign, this is not going to affect the code. It's just going to print out 6 + 2. Doesn't take into account like whatever this is because you commented it out. So if you have a question about this, just tell me, like unmute yourself or type in chat. All right. So also we're going to get into learning about variables. So variables have to be defined or assigned a value before they can be used, or there's going to be a problem. So for example, if you just type n, oh wait, I actually. If I just type, for example, like in this example shown, if I just type lowercase n, that's not going to do anything. It just gives you an error, the same error that happened before when I typed a lowercase z, because you didn't define n as a variable or anything. So nothing's going to happen. It doesn't know the errors that it doesn't know what you're calling because you didn't define n as a variable. And it gets this exact same error. You can test this out in your own window, just like, I mean, it's pretty easy to test out if you type in anything without declaring some, like defining the variable earlier and like assigning a value, is just going to give you a problem, like an error. So this is just more of a math problem, but like, for example, we have this this little math problem here. So x = 1, x = 2 + 5, and then we just type x. And then we type x = 6 + underscore. The underscore is the value that's last printed out. Then we're gonna do this, repeat this step again, and then type out x again and hit enter. What do you think the output will be for this? I can give you like some time to work on it first, like probably like 6 or 8 minutes, no, 5 minutes or 6 minutes. If you have an answer, type in chat, and then after that, we'll like see who's correct about this. You don't really need to use your window for this, but or you could get a pencil and paper and just write it out, but it's more of a math problem. So at 6:55, by 6:55, try to type in your answers in the chat, or I'll call on people to answer, and then we can see whose answer is correct. Okay, Michelle got an answer. I'm gonna start typing this in, but I'm not gonna hit enter yet because after at 6:55 we'll type this in and we'll see what the actual answer is. Okay, so 2 people think it's 13. 1 person thinks it's 25. You have about 4 more minutes and try to get your answer in. It doesn't really matter if it's correct, just try to work it out once again. Wait, okay. And try to remember, like, remember this, the underscore is the value that was last printed out. So when you type X and hit enter, it's gonna print out the value of X. But I feel like just don't worry about if your answer is right. Just try to like think it through and like do it to your best of ability. Okay, seems like a lot of people are getting 13. I guess we can give about, wait, 1, 2. Actually, we can probably just need 1 more minute. Because I think like only 1 or 2 more people need to put in their answers. Nice, okay. I think that was everyone. So I'm gonna start by typing every statement into this window here, and we're gonna see who was right about it. Seems like a lot of people think it was 13, but we'll just see what the actual answer is. Okay, so it does say that it was 13. So basically, the reason why it's 13 is that, oh, okay, so the reason why it's 13 is because the underscore is the last value printed. Keyword printed. So like the last value printed was 7. But the thing is, it's kind of tricky because I know why someone got 25, because logically it should be 25. But the thing is, you have to pay attention that it says the last value printed. So if you look here, last value printed out was 7. But if you got rid of like the word printed, then it would be 25 because you are just adding up from each previous value. But you have to really pay attention that it says the underscore is equal to the last value printed, and the only value we printed was 7 before, so it has to be 13. So that's why this problem would result in that, although maybe a bit tricky. But if you have any questions or you still don't understand this, just let me know. Okay, if everyone understands that, I think that's good. Oh, and also the reason, for example, the reason why here that when you print out X here, it's 2 + 5 or 7, and you don't print out 1 is because originally you assigned X to equal 1, but you can always change that. So after they assigned X equals 2 + 5. So that got rid of this previous definition. gave it a new definition. So now it's actually equal to 7. Just remember you can do that in like programming. It's going to refer to the one that you like most recently changed, not just the original value. I mean, this is just if anyone still has any trouble downloading it for Mac, although I think everyone did get it downloaded for their computers. But yeah, if you have any questions about that, just let me know again. And I think we're basically done for today, but I think that if anyone still has any questions or confusion about like the practice exercises, I would be excited to go over them. I think they're pretty good. Like, but I think most of the class got them right. So I did want to talk a little bit more about I don't think we have homework today. I think it was just the making sure Python is installed on your computer. That was what we had to do today.
Can you like send us like an email like the link to this slide?
Oh, the slideshow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can do that. I'll ask I have to ask someone first if I can do that, but I'm pretty sure we can send it out.
Okay.
I did